some great fights never take place, or they take place too late, like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao.
Boxing became popular because of the support of the fans, of the people. So make sure that the fans will satisfy every fight that you have.
The best fighter I probably was Manny Pacquiao because of his movement.
Joe Rogan expresses disappointment over the Mayweather fight contract, criticizing boxing's delays. He says great matchups rarely happen at the right time, pointing to Mayweather versus Pacquiao as a missed opportunity, with both fighters past their prime, robbing fans of a true clash.
Great fights never take place, or they take place too late, like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. They fought too late. I mean, if that fight could have been arranged by Riyadh Season, they probably would have caught them both in their prime, and it would have been chaos.
Yeah, Manny was done before that.
Yeah, he also had a blown shoulder going into the fight.
Yeah.
He needed shoulder surgery before the fight.
Floyd Mayweather insists that his return to the spotlight through exhibition matches isn't driven by financial need, but by personal choice. He maintains that he's already accomplished everything he aimed for in boxing and now steps into the ring purely for the thrill of competition and to entertain fans. These exhibitions, he says, are about showmanship and keeping his legacy alive, not about chasing paychecks. In contrast, Mayweather questions Manny Pacquiao's motivation for returning to the sport. He suggests the Filipino legend is coming back not out of passion, but financial necessity. Mayweather finds it unusual for someone of Pacquiao's age and status to re-enter the dangerous world of competitive boxing unless there's a significant monetary incentive. Despite his doubts, Mayweather acknowledges the enormous financial potential of a rematch between the two icons, admitting that a second bout would generate massive revenue and global attention, regardless of their reasons for fighting.
And stop bashing any fighter when I talk like this. Not bashing any fighter.
Floyd, you mentioned...
Hold on.
Sorry.
When I come and do an exhibition or come out and box and have some fun, I do it because I want to do it, not because I have to do it. Whereas Pacquiao, at his age, which is sad that he has to fight. You know, I'm financially set, and I want to let everybody know this. You're gonna hear so many different stories. Oh, Floyd have to do this. No, I'm well off. Every property that I have is paid for. My jet is paid for. All my cars is paid for. I own billion dollar buildings. I own so much property, and I'm steady investing in different things. I'm investing in the tech world. I made a lot of smart investments. So I didn't do it by myself. I want to thank my team, and as well as Leonard, a guy who's been loyal.
Joe Rogan has praised Floyd Mayweather for maintaining both physical discipline and financial independence well into retirement. He often highlights how rare it is for athletes to preserve their athleticism and wealth as they age. Mayweather's consistent training and smart lifestyle choices, Rogan notes, set him apart as a unique figure among retired sports legends.
Who's been able to just be balling out of control, constantly flashing money, $1 million watches, you know, a fleet of super expensive cars, and still freaks everybody out. The thing about Floyd is he never lost his discipline. Floyd would famously run home from the nightclub. So he would go out in Vegas and be partying. He would look like a party, he's drinking water. And then he would have his driver drive, and with his pants on, jeans on, he would jog home. And the dude was always trained.
Their 2015 fight left many fans disappointed, especially after it emerged that Pacquiao had fought with a shoulder injury. Despite the underwhelming bout, Pacquiao's career achievements remain unmatched, most notably winning world titles in 8 different weight divisions. That unprecedented record highlights his incredible adaptability and dominance across classes. Injury or not, Pacquiao's legacy as one of boxing's all-time greats remains firmly intact, with few able to rival his accomplishments in the sport.
The best fighter I fought probably was Manny Pacquiao because of his movement.
But you made it look easy.
But he's a hell of a fighter, and I can see why he won so many fights, and I can see why he's going down as a Hall of Famer. It's just certain.
Manny and Floyd's first fight disappointed some fans, as Manny had undergone shoulder surgery beforehand. Though Floyd won, many still regard Manny as the GOAT. His historic feat of winning titles in 8 weight divisions remains unmatched and nearly impossible for others to replicate.
Floyd Mayweather greater than Manny Pacquiao? I always get this question. If you know me, you know my answer. Floyd is not greater than Pacquiao, and Pacquiao has him beat by a really good margin in my opinion. Let's talk about it. If your argument is Floyd beat Pacquiao, throw it out the window. Every single boxer in history has lost damn near. It's like saying Buster Douglas is greater than Mike Tyson. If your argument is Manny lost in his career and Floyd didn't, I would disagree with that type of logic, but if that's the case, you got to put all the undefeated fighters at the top. Bud, Inoue, Usyk, Kazagi, all those guys should be in your top 5. I like Floyd. I like Floyd a little bit more than Manny. I'm not gonna lie. Manny's a bit chaotic at times. I don't like that. I like sweet, smooth-looking boxing. But let's speak objectively here. If we're talking about in terms of career, whose career will be more harder to replicate, it's gonna be Manny Pacquiao, and it's by a really good margin. Now, Floyd's most impressive feats, you look at him, he's a 5 division champion. He's beaten 23 world champions. He's been in how many title fights? You know, Floyd has an amazing career. And I'm not saying that it can be done. It probably will never be done again. But I could see somebody doing that before they do what Manny did. And that's why I have Manny as the greatest boxer of all time. Just not based off ability. When you look at the guys that Manny beat, the reason why he got the 2000s Fighter of the Decade over Floyd Mayweather, the reason why he got Fighter of the Year 3 years in a row, almost 4 years in a row. Yes, Manny lost. Manny fought more world champions than Floyd, though. We don't speak on that. Then you get into the 8 weight division. These are only the 8 he won titles in. Manny Pacquiao fought through, I want to say, 10 or 11 different weight divisions. If you want to speak on the lineal titles, I want to say he holds the most lineals of all time with like 5 or 6. Youngest lineal flyweight, oldest welterweight champion. It's insane. The youngest lineal fly is also the oldest welterweight champion. I like Floyd. Floyd's my number 2 all time. This isn't a diss to Floyd, but Manny, I believe objectively, is the greatest fighter above Ali, above Floyd, above Duran, above Leonard, above everybody. I think he has a career that is absolutely impossible to replicate. When Floyd was picking on guys like Andre Berto and Conor McGregor, Manny Pacquiao beat the undefeated young active champion Keith Thurman to join the pound for pound at 40 years of age while being a senator. He's the greatest boxer of all time.
Manny Pacquiao has made it clear that his return to boxing isn't about money, it's about passion. After years in government and time away from the ring, he says he simply missed the sport and wants to enjoy it once more. For Pacquiao, boxing remains close to his heart, and this comeback is deeply personal. He's not just stepping in for another appearance. He wants to prove he can still compete at the highest level. A win over Mario Barrios would send a powerful message. That age hasn't slowed him down completely. Aware that fans and critics are watching, Pacquiao is training intensely, determined to show he still belongs among the elite.
Manny Pacquiao is back at training with Freddie Roach. This is crazy to think about it. Manny Pacquiao is coming back at age 46 to challenge Mario Barrios for the WBC World Welterweight title. Listen, this is inspirational. I can't lie. At age 46, to still be active, still be thriving, still throwing punches, it just shows how much of a legend you are, how great of a talent you are. Only a special kind of human can take on this challenge. You know, Manny Pacquiao at age 46, he takes on Mario Barrios, who is in his prime. Like, this could be devastating for Manny Pacquiao if shit goes left. But you know what I keep asking myself? Imagine if Manny Pacquiao actually comes back and beats Mario Barrios. That's crazy. It's happened in the past before. Bernard Hopkins, George Foreman, they've come back in their older ages and they've become world champions. It can happen, it's possible. But, I mean, listen, if we're going to talk about skill sets, Manny Pacquiao is a better technical boxer than George Foreman. Manny Pacquiao is a better technical boxer than Bernard Hopkins. So it's not impossible if you think about it. Manny Pacquiao has got a better chance at becoming a world champion at 46 than Bernard Hopkins or George Foreman did. You know what I'm saying? So it's possible. Listen, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You know what I mean? Fuck it, man. Fuck it, man. Why not? Live your dream. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what age you are. Live your fucking dream. That's fucking out of here.
Even if Pacquiao loses in this comeback, it doesn't change his legacy. His record, titles in 8 weight divisions, is set in stone and remains unmatched. Win or lose, that mark of greatness endures. Fans will always remember what he's already accomplished in the sport, regardless of the outcome now.
He also has a case for greatest fighter, pound for pound, who ever lived. Think about, by the way, I don't think he wins that argument. Sugar Ray Robinson is safely ensconced in that position. But Henry Armstrong, Muhammad Ali, Harry Greb, Sam Langford, Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, whoever else you want to mention, put Pacquiao's resume up to those guys. Bill James, the great baseball sabermetrician, had a way of ranking baseball players that I came across as a kid and thought that's really smart. You have to rank them at their best and then also over the course of their careers. Because when you have that argument, are you talking about who accomplished the most or what heights did they reach? What peak did they reach? Take either for Pacquiao. Take his peak. Was it at 140 pounds when he obliterated Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, and then Oscar De La Hoya, though that was at 147? Was that Pacquiao's peak? Because remember, that's when the Mayweather-Pacquiao hype actually reached fever pitch. Oh my God, these are two of the best fighters we've ever seen. And they're both in their primes, in the same weight class at the same time. We have to see that fight. So Pacquiao's peak was just about as good as anyone in history. Now, I'd have favored Mayweather back then. He's the naturally larger fighter. And that's the point. When you talk about pound for pound, if a fighter moves up out of his natural weight class and can still compete with the best who ever did it, what does that mean about the quality of that fighter's prime, pound for pound? And then when you look at the career accomplishments, Pacquiao as a 40-year-old just beat, as I mentioned.
Their rivalry went beyond the boxing ring. It reached the courtroom. Pacquiao took legal action against Mayweather over damaging remarks, showing just how personal and intense their feud became. It wasn't just about competition, it was about pride and reputation. Though both have since moved on in different directions, the tension between them hasn't fully disappeared. Whether it's a subtle jab or a direct comment, there's still a lingering spark whenever their names are mentioned. The rivalry continues to simmer beneath the surface, and fans can sense that it never truly ended, it just evolved over time.